All right, topical news in this half hour. The U.S. Senate passing a bipartisan bill which includes new gun restrictions and billions of dollars in funding for school security and mental health. It's the first compromise in gun legislation that's been approved by that chamber in decades.
But it came just hours after the Supreme Court expanded gun rights by striking down a New York law. ABC's Jay O'Brien has more from Washington.
Overnight, the Senate breaking decades of partisan gridlock, passing a compromise gun safety bill.
It doesn't do everything I want, but what we are doing will save thousands of lives.
The $13 billion measure includes enhanced background checks for anyone under the age of 21 buying a gun, closes the so-called boyfriend loophole, preventing people convicted of domestic violence from owning guns, and provides federal funding for gun violence prevention programs, school security, and mental health.
The yeas are 65. The nays are 33. The motion to concur with an amendment is agreed to.
More than a dozen Senate Republicans joining Democrats in passing the bill. The legislation now headed to the House for an expected vote today, spurred by calls for action after recent mass shootings in Buffalo and Uvalde. But hours earlier in Washington, the Supreme Court delivering a stinging defeat for gun safety advocates. In a landmark 6-3 decision, the justices striking down New York's century-old gun law, which required anyone seeking a license to carry a concealed handgun show they have a special need for it. Justice Clarence Thomas saying that violates the Second Amendment. Writing for the majority, we know of no other constitutional right that an individual may exercise only after demonstrating to government officers some special need. The court's decision divided between its 6 conservatives and 3 liberals. In his dissent, Justice Stephen Breyer noting the nearly 300 mass shootings so far this year, warning the court's decision could have potentially deadly consequences. New York lawmakers swiftly denouncing the ruling.
This decision isn't just reckless, it's reprehensible. It's not what New Yorkers want.
The NRA calls this a landmark win for Second Amendment rights. This decision could impact 7 other states that have gun laws similar to New York's. Those states, including New York, are home to 80 million Americans. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.